What goes on, everybody? TheWalkingDead here, back again with another video. This is season 1, episode 3 of my Walking Dead What If series titled Outcast. Thank you all so much for the love and support, and I really do appreciate it. And to you guys new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that you do not miss when I go or upload a new video. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this episode now, shall we? The episode begins with Sherry in the sanctuary walking away from Daryl's cell. She opens the door to Frankie's room and she tells Frankie, Amber, and Tanya that it's time to go. Frankie says, "I'll stay here and make sure that nobody suspects anything." Tanya and Amber decide to go with Sherry. As they are walking around the sanctuary by themselves, they notice one of the saviors is opening the door outside. Sherry, Amber, and Tanya go out to one of the back doors of the sanctuary. But they're hiding in the corner as they're hearing cars pull in back into the sanctuary. As they are looking around, they notice Negan getting out of his truck and noticing one of the Savior's dead bodies. And we get a very unique cameo from Negan himself, and Negan is ordering one of his Saviors to go and find Dwight. If you have to, beat his brains out for me. And while you're at it, why don't you clean Lucille for me? Really quick. Because when we're done here, we are going to honor and bury Fat Joey. And when we do, I want Simon to go to Alexandria and make sure Daryl then go home with the worm he is. Sherry, Amber, and Tanya successfully gets out of the sanctuary without nobody noticing. Sherry then sees one of the sanctuary's horses, and Sherry's telling Amber and Tanya to get on. Sherry's like, "Come on, we gotta get out of here now." Tanya says, "Fine." The three get on the horse as they are riding out of the sanctuary. 9 months have gone by and they are officially in Texas. Sherry, Amber, and Tanya are on the road looking for a surprise. They see 5 walkers in the distance. As the walkers try to bite Tanya, Amber grabs her AK-47 and kills the walker in the head. Sherry kills the rest of the walkers with her machete in a badass fashion. Sherry jokes and says, "Well, that's what happens when you slow pokes don't keep up." Tanya and Amber laugh. As they are still walking down the road looking for supplies, they are approached by a woman named Virginia. Virginia says, "What are you 3 ladies doing out here by yourselves?" Sherry says, "What's it to you?" Virginia says, "No reason. Just asking a kind of question." Say, we got a community of multiple people. I think you and your 2 friends here should come back with us. We got supplies, warm beds, showers, anything you girls need. So all you have to do is come with us. Sherry, Tanya, and Amber says fine. Virginia says, "It's planned then. Come on. These men will escort you to one of the vehicles and we will drive over there." 5 hours has gone by as they are in Virginia's community. Virginia's like, as you can see, we got a big community here with people trying to build the future. Because we have the key to the future. I believe if we continue working and continue recruiting people under survivors, we can make this place really good. Sherry says that sounds good to me. Amber, Tina, what do you think? Amber then says, Sherry, can I talk to you for a second? We don't know who this girl is. If we're gonna stay, we need to snoop around and make sure these people are who they say they are. And not people who are gonna slit our throats and try to kill us. Sherry says, you have a good point. You look around, see if there's any, nothing fishy about this place. Amber says, you got it. The next shot is Sherry and Tina waiting around in their quarters, waiting for jobs. Virginia walks in the room and says, Sherry, we got a job for you. We'd like for you to be this place's guidance counselor. Sherry then says, guidance counselor? No, that's not going to work. Virginia then asks, well, what did you do before all this? Sherry says, before all this, well, before I was a babysitter, I was a veteran for the U.S. military. I served for 9 years, and then when I was able to retire early, I decided to babysit some kids. If this place needs a babysitter, I believe I can be that. Tanya then says, I can take the job as guidance counselor if you don't mind. Jenny says, fine. Sherry, you're this town's babysitter. Tanya, you are the guidance counselor. Sherry then asks Virginia what did she do before all this, and Virginia's like, well, I was just a regular person until I found these people in this place, and I think that we rebuild, or still try to build, and recruit people we can build for a better future. Sherry says, fair enough. The next shot is Amber in Virginia's room. She goes through the drawers and finds a safe. She uses her pick lock to unlock the safe, and she finds a book. Inside the book, it is the number of people she has killed. Amber is in shock by this, as one of the pioneers coming in the room and yells at Amber, yelling, "What are you doing here?" Amber's like, "Whoa, wait, hey." The ranger says, "Grab her. Take her to Virginia." The next shot is Sherry and Tanya in their quarters, and they are wondering, where is Amber? Tanya gets a little worried, and she says, I don't know where she is. She could have gotten caught. I don't know. Virginia then comes running as she is slamming on the door hard. She busts through the room as Virginia immediately asks the question, "Did you tell Amber to go to my room?" Sherry lies and says no. "Well, one of you did." And I'm going to find out who. Rangers, take these two. Take these two now. The Rangers grab Sherry and Tanya as they're screaming, "Whoa, hey, what are you doing? Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me." The next shot is Amber standing on one of the stages of the community with a rope over her neck. The Rangers handcuff Sherry and Tanya to their chairs as they are forced to watch. Virginia is making the announcement to her people and says this crazy speech. "Gentlemen, as you are aware, the rumors you have heard is true. One of the newcomers has snuck into my room in an intent to steal one of my belongings. This is someone we opened our doors to. Someone we gave them our fresh clothes, access to our showers, and nice warm food and supplies when no one else would. When someone else on the road would jump them, kill them, and take their shit anyway. We let these people into our home with open arms in the hopes that they can help us rebuild this place, in the hopes that they can let us be, to help us build a future, the key to a future. One of my Rangers came to me and told me that this person named Amber snuck into my room trying to steal one of my belongings. When someone steals from us, that person cannot stay. When someone steals from us, that cannot stand. When someone steals from us, it is a sign that they cannot be here, and it is a sign that they do not respect all rules of this community. A person like that needs not only to be punished, but executed in an appropriate way. This person will get an appropriate punishment in death. Death by execution. By execution. This person will be declared dead in the name of this community. Now, anybody here who believes we should spare this woman, please vote now. Nobody votes, as the whole crowd and everybody there in the community are screaming guilty, guilty, guilty. Amber is begging for her life. Please. Virginia grabs her gun and pistol whips Amber in the face, brutally injuring her. Virginia says, "Shut up, you violent, stupid witch. You broke into my home, stealing my property. This is what happens." He'll kill her. Hill executes Amber, hanging her in front of the whole community. Sherry and Tanya are screaming in pain and screaming in sadness and anger, screaming no as loud as they can. Virginia then grabs her gun and says, "Bring that girl to me." The brown one? No, the black one. The one with the black hair. Tanya. Sherry? They uncuff Tanya and bring her to Virginia. Virginia then tells her men to hold her and hold her down hard. She grabs her rainbow knife and says, "I'm sorry, but those who order their own people to go into my home and steal my stuff is not appropriate in this community." Sherry screams, "No, wait, it was me. It was me, not her. Kill me. Kill me." Virginia says, "This isn't a democracy. No, this is punishment." She grabs her knife and stabs Tanya in the heart hard as Tanya is coughing out blood and is like, Cher screams, "No! I'm gonna kill you, stupid bitch. I'm gonna kill you." Virginia screams, "No, you're not. No, you're not. Because here, we punish those who are so snoopy." He'll lock her up and make sure she suffers. Hill says, "Yes, Virginia." As they knock Sherry out, the next shot pans out, sees Sherry in the cell as Hill says, "Wakey, wakey. Time for torture." He punches Sherry in the stomach and tortures her beyond anything she has went through in her whole life. She hallucinates Negan for a quick second and says, "Oh, would you look at that? This one still has some fight left in him. Oh, sorry, her. Let's let her have a go." "Ah!" as Sherry screams. Hill says, "Now wait a minute. That's enough torture for today. Let's let her rot in this cell. Enjoy prison, Sherry. After all, it's all you're gonna live with forever. And we are gonna make you suffer unimaginably tomorrow morning. Yes, yes. You'll see. You'll see." As the door closes, Sherry is coughing out a little bit of blood. The next day, one of the guards comes opens her cell. They give her a little bit of dirty salt water. Sherry grabs one of the pipes from the cell and hits the guard. She then proceeds to hit the guard until he is dead. He grabs the pistol from one of from the dead guy's pocket, and Sherry shoots 2 Rangers clean in the head. As she is leaving or trying to leave the cell area, she sees Amber and Tanya as walkers. She cries as she's on her knees, saying, "This is all my fault. If I would have said no to Virginia's offer, they would still be alive." And Sherry then gets up, aims a gun at Amber, and pulls the trigger. She then puts down Tanya as they're both dead. Sherry, in a sad voice, says, I am so sorry. I'm gonna make sure you both are avenged. I'm gonna make sure this person pays for what she did. Sherry exits the cell area as she is running through the field of the community. Hill screams, "The prisoner is gone! The prisoner is gone! Hunt her down!" As she notices multiple people on the run for her, she hides in a barrel in the hopes of them not opening it to find her. As the Rangers are still looking for her on their horses and with their flashlights, Hill is saying, well, if we don't find that bitch, Virginia is gonna kill us. So either we find her or we're just gonna be dead. Anyway, let's just continue looking anyway. Because when I find that bitch, her head is going straight to Virginia herself for breaking out of that fucking prison. As they leave the area, Sherry exits the barrel. She's running through the cornfield as the sun is about to rise. As she exits the community from the main gates, one of the lookouts spot her as he rings the bell, warning the others. She gets on the horse and rides away. Hill and 3 other Rangers get on their horses, riding after Sherry. She's on her horse and she has the pistol in her hand. She is on a horse and she is trying to get away from them, as far away from them as possible. Hill grabs his AK-47 and shoots at the horse, killing the horse. While Sherry is on the ground of the street, Hill aims his pistol at Sherry and he says, I hope you go to hell, you stupid bitch. And I hope you rot there forever. Out of nowhere, the Outcast comes out of nowhere in their vehicles with AK-47 and Glock pistols. They wipe out all 3 of the Rangers, including Hill the Ranger. The 3 being dead. Roman and Oswald come out of their trucks and ask Sherry, are you okay? Sherry says, what does it look like? Roman says, looks like we just saved your butt. And it looks like you owe us a favor. What favor is that? Roman says, well, come to us. Or come with us back to our community. Our community is called the Outcast. We are resistance fighting against Virginia. You can join, or we can just leave you out here. Sherry says, what do I need to do? Come with us. Sherry says, fine. As they reach Fort Myer, Sherry, Roman, and Oswald get out of their vehicles as they enter the community. Sherry meets the leader of the place at the time, and this leader's name is Rob. Rob says, you brought a complete stranger to our community? We don't even know this girl. Roman says, this girl been through some shit because we found her on the road running away from Virginia and the Rangers. We were able to kill them all, but killing them all? Roman, when they find their dead people on the road, they're gonna come after us. And you know that. For now, lock her up. Everyone's still wearing the masks, right? Roman says, yeah. Good. Take her to the basement and we will question her to find out what she knows. The next shot is Sherry in the Outcast's basement, and Roman removes her blindfold. Rob, wearing his full-fledged Outcast mask on him, he interrogates Sherry and asks Sherry, where is Virginia? Sherry says, I don't know. The last time I checked, she was in her community. Rob immediately asks the question of what did Virginia do? Sherry, in completely angry face, says, what did she do? What did she do? She killed two of my bestest friends. Right in front of me. Without hesitation or care in the world, she killed them both in front of me. And on top of that, she ordered her men to torture me until I was dead, feeding me salt water and gunk from the fucking trash. Fucking idiot. I wish I could grab my pistol and shove it up her head so I can pull the trigger killing her right now for what she did to my friends. Rob says, well, that's fair enough. We were rangers of her place once. Said the same thing she said to you and to your friends. We're building a future. Join us. We got fresh food, supplies. Well, guess what? That was all bullshit. You wanna know why? Because she is a lying snake, a manipulator. She doesn't care about rebuilding her community or a better future or the key to a better future, whatever bullshit she's been saying. She doesn't care about that. She is a lying, manipulating psychopath. Nobody in her community leaves until they give her a reason to kick them out or kill them. You want to know what she did to me? Rob takes off his mask, revealing a massive scar on his face. You want to know what they did to me? Over one mistake. You want to know what they did to me? They're trying to do the right thing. They torched my eye clean off. And they scratched my face. That's how much I want that bitch dead. That's how much I want Virginia dead more than anybody. And I can tell you have a good idea of what her hospitality can do. I can tell just by looking at you, by looking at those bruises on your face, by the tone in your voice. Sherry says, yeah. Rob says, you want to do something about it? You want to make that bitch pay? Join us. Join the Outcasts. We can use someone like you on our group. Someone who has been on the inside. We can use a strong survivor like yourself. Join us, Sherry. Join the Outcast. And together, you and I can kill Virginia. Sherry says, what do I need to do? Nothing. You don't have to do anything. You join us by swearing on your life that you will never betray us. That you will Sherry says, what? Well, what? Rob says, if I give you this mask, will you promise me something? Sherry says, what is it? If something was to happen to me, can you lead these people? Can I rely on you to lead these people if something was to happen to me? Sherry says, yes, of course. Alright then. Welcome to the Outcasts, Sherry. Everybody takes off their masks, revealing their true identities. Roman takes off his mask, as Oswald takes his mask off. They raise their hands and salute themselves as a sign of respect. Rob says, there's a vow we people, say when we get new members. We are the outcasts. Sherry repeats after, we are the outcast. We are the people who will do anything to protect this community. Sherry says, we are the people that will do anything to protect this community. We fight for what's right. Sherry says, we fight for what's right. In the name, Sherry says, in the name of this post-apocalyptic world. Sherry says, in this post-apocalyptic world. We are the outcasts. Sherry says, we are the outcasts. That will not stand. That will not stand for the lies and manipulation. Sherry says, for the lies and the manipulation of Virginia. Sherry says, of Virginia. We are the outcasts. Sherry says, we are the outcasts. And we are here. And we are here to set things right. Sherry says, set things right. Raising their hands. Closing their fists, saying, woo! As Sherry says, closing her fist, woo! Now, as Rob says, let's get to work. Closing their masks. Rob shows Sherry to her quarters and gives her a fresh coat of clothes. Sherry says thanks. Roman comes in the room and introduces himself. Sherry says, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Sherry. You looking for anybody? Roman says. Sherry then says, well, when I was on the road with Amber and Tanya, I was looking for my husband, Dwight. I don't know if he's still out there, but if he is, I need to believe that he is out there. Roman says, you think he'll find you? Sherry says, I hope so. I really do. 7 months have gone by. Rob enters the meeting room of Fort Myer, informing everybody that there has been some news. Rob approaches his people and says, listen up. I have received intel from our inside man of Virginia's community that Virginia and her people are going on a supply run tonight. Now, if we play our cards right and set up an ambush, we can kill Virginia and take over her community, expanding the Outcasts, expanding this place, and expanding our resources. We kill her, expose her true intentions to her people. Show them that she has been lying to them every step of the way. Now, does anyone have any questions? Sherry raises her hand and says, how do we know this isn't a trap? Rob says, not a bad question. If it is, then we're screwed. Most likely. So let's pray that it's not a trap and that this intel is reliable, hopefully. Now, does anyone have any other questions? No? Good. We're heading out in about an hour. Is everybody in this room ready? Everyone says, ooh, ah! Rob screams and says, you god dang right. Yes. Let's go. The next shot pans out where Rob, Sherry, Roman, and Oswald and 5 other Outcast members are on the road. Rob asks Sherry what did she do for the poof. Sherry says the poof? Yeah, the poof. The virus spread where everyone was infecting everybody. What did you do before that? Sherry says, I was a babysitter. Before the apocalypse, it was just me and my husband, Dwight. We were married. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if he's still out there. Rob says, you'll find him. I know sometimes that could be a hard case, but I believe you will find him. Sherry says, thanks. Rob says, don't mention it. You want to know who I was before all this? What did I do? Well, I was a mailman. Came home with my wife and my little son. When this whole thing started, I was just walking home like a normal person. Those things came out of nowhere and started eating mad people. Biting them on the necks as they're all screaming right in front of me. When I got home, I found my son as a straggler as she was devouring my wife. When he turned around, I saw his eyes of whiteness, of nothing. I was on my knees crying, hitting my head, hoping that this was some kind of dream. But it wasn't. I started hitting the floor hard, as I heard bombs exploding. I heard my name called. And then it stopped, and then in that moment, I knew my name was not getting called for long. It wasn't. A voice whispered in my ear. It was Oswald. You wanna know what he said to me? He said, let the dead die. I grabbed my gun and I put it down my son and my wife out of regret and sadness. I was sad, man. I was sad. That part of me knew I was never going to see my wife and kid ever again. I joined Virginia's group because I believed that the old world could be restored. Unfortunately for me, I was wrong. The mistake I made was letting a man go after I was ordered to execute them. When they found out my lie, Virginia ordered her people to lock me up, same as you did, but only this time they tortured me badly, to the point where I just wanted revenge so bad. So I formed the Outcasts, telling people that we could get justice for those who we lost, and we could get justice against Virginia, that we could fight back. Sherry says, I believe we could fight back, because we have to. Rob smiles and says, damn right. They've reached their destination as they are waiting for this intel man. When they see there's nobody there, Rob then realizes that it is a effing trap. Rob pushes Sherry out of her horse as the bullets fly, killing 2 horses brutally all over their bodies. Virginia grabs her AK-47 with blood all over her face and kills 3 of the Outcast members. Rob says, get out of here. Sherry says, I'm not leaving you. As he knows mad walkers are coming in, Rob says, you don't have a choice, Cher. You don't. You take the rest of the Outcast members and get out of here. If something happens to me. Sherry says, come on, no. Listen to me. Look at me. If something happens to me, I want you to be the leader. You are a strong, badass woman, and I have faith that you can lead these people in the right direction. You need to go. Now. Sherry hugs Rob and says, thank you so much for everything. Rob says, you are very welcome. Virginia then kills another one of the Outcast members as Rob is screaming. He grabs his axe and kills 10 walkers, chopping their heads off. As Virginia is trying to kill Rob, Rob gets the upper hand and chops Virginia's hand off. Virginia punches Rob in the face as he gets up, grabbing his pistol, killing 2 walkers. He then grabs his hatchet and throws it at one of the Rangers, killing him. He grabs his pistol and kills 2 other Rangers as Virginia is screaming in pain. Virginia then grabs her AK-47 with the bullets that's left in the gun with her other hand, her left hand, and shoots up Rob multiple times in the chest. Rob is on the floor coughing out blood as a walker comes out of nowhere and bites him on the neck. He punches the walker in the face and starts to beat the walker as he's trying not to pass out. He beats the walker with a brick. as he screams. He then grabs his machete and kills mad walkers in the area. As he's finished, Virginia grabs her AK-47 and shoots Rob in the neck. As Rob is on the ground, he tries to kill Virginia. But Virginia then shoots him in the head, dead. Virginia says all he had to do was follow the rules, and spits on Rob in the face as mad blood's coming out from his neck and from his head. Sherry sees this and is crying in pain and in sadness. She goes back to the Outcast's place with Rob's mask. Everyone else there is asking, where is Rob? Sherry said he didn't make it. When I was looking from a distance, he killed multiple walkers. He also tried to kill Virginia, but Virginia killed him. Roman and Oswald is in shock by this news. And Sherry also tells them if anything was to happen to Rob wanted me to be the leader. I believe that we could fight back against Virginia. Rob's death doesn't have to be in vain. We can work together and rise up against Virginia together. All of us. As a group, as a community. We can expand in the way he wanted. We can expand in his name and his memory, for he is not forgotten. Everyone agrees as they see Sherry now as the new leader. As they aim their masks up in the air, Sherry grabs Rob's mask and burns it in his name, ending the flashback. Sherry says, that's how I joined the Outcasts. That's what happened. Dwight says, I'm sorry you had to go through all that. I love you, Sherry. Sherry says, I love you back. You both kiss. As Dwight was getting ready to have sex with Sherry, Daniel comes in the room and says the guns are missing. Not only that, but Sherry says, well, spit it out. Sherry says Virginia and Dakota are on the loose. Sherry says, what? Did you let Andrew, Madison, and Morgan know? Daniel says they know. The next shot is Andrew, Charlie, Luciana, and Alicia in the car. They are driving to where Charlie and Virginia and Dakota is. And boom, that is the end of the episode. The next episode, we are going to be seeing Virginia again. And I can't wait for you guys to see season 1, episode 4, coming hopefully next week. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, peace.